Hello, 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 and welcome to Nothing Left to Do But Win presents Ladies Night. We are having an all ladies panel, and we're just going to have a little bit of discussion. So, let me start bringing up one of my favorite people in the entire world. Hey, Sugar.
Hey,
How
love.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. For those that may not know who you are, can you introduce yourself?
What's up, everyone? My name is Martinez. Glad to be here for y'all tonight. And welcome to Ladies Night.
Yes, and we're gonna behave ourselves, right?
Welcome to Ladies
Yes,
Night.
yes,
Welcome
yes.
to Ladies Night. That's all I say.
You know what? Just do your best. That's all I ask. Just do
I'm
your best.
that's I'm gonna try. Babe, I'm gonna try.
Okay, that's all I ask. And we also have who's new to the panel. Hello, Sugar. We can't see you, and you're muted.
Okay. Hi, I'm
Hi, how
Amira.
are you?
I'm Amira, and I'm new to the family. I'm sorry.
Good. We love to have you. I'm not sure if Rose can hear us. Let me see. She's not on camera. Hi, Sugar.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
Good. I'm catching my breath, but I'm here. I'm here.
Take your time. For those that may not know you, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rose. Nice to meet everyone on video.
Okay, now we got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about, but we're gonna stay on track. But I added this last night. Caught my eye. So I want to read this to you all. I'm going to mute you all, and I'm going to read it, and we'll get into your reactions. Okay? Now, y'all ready? Here we go. I told my wife that I don't want any more kids, and now she's pregnant. I'm 47, she's 43. We already have three kids, ages 20, 18, and 15. Her brother just had a baby a year ago and she caught baby fever. She kept asking me, and I kept saying no. Not maybe, but no. Just flat out no. She stopped taking her birth control pills without telling me. She admitted it and even apologized for being dishonest. But she said it wasn't fair that I would not compromise. How you compromise on this, I don't know. You can't have half a baby. She's due in November, and I'm being straight up. I don't want it. I'm on the verge of leaving her because she betrayed me. My baby is going to the 10th grade. My son just graduated college, and my oldest is practically an adult. I'd be starting all over. So we always argue now, and she sent me a text telling me I'm stressing her out, putting the baby at risk. Whose fault is that? I'm not trying to hurt the baby, but she's going to be on her own with this pregnancy. Ask me how many doctor's appointments I've been to. None. And I don't plan on going to any either. I was about 3 years away from retiring, but with a kid and a college student, I'd have to keep working. I really feel like she's trying to trap me. She really just blew up my life with this one. I don't want her or the baby. She created this wave, and now she has to ride it alone. So, who wants to go first with this one? Oh, I see your face. I want you to go first. That's who I want to go first. Go ahead, Sugar. Yes, you. Go ahead.
Um, I'm sorry, but the wife got to eat that one. She got to eat that one. because you was deceitful from the beginning, and then expect him to get on board with it when y'all already had a whole life planned out. Your kids is basically grown. You only got one in 10th grade, and now you expect him to start over because you did some deceitful shit. The wife got to eat that one. But what I can say is some of the word choice of words he used was kind of hurtful, but he's blunt about the situation, so you can't knock him. But I don't think the child should suffer because the child ain't got nothing to do with it. But I kind of get where he coming from. So the mom got to eat that.
Hey, is what it is. Uh, how about you, Amira? What do you think? Unmute yourself.
For me.
Yes. Hmm.
Oh, I feel like he wasn't wrong. I feel like how he's handling it is wrong, and I feel like she was wrong for like going against his wishes. I don't feel like you should force a man to deal with something he's not wanting to deal with just as well as you shouldn't force a woman to.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't think that that was fair. Like he didn't want kids. You're at the end of the life. Like I get that. Like you're in your 40s, you don't want to have to go through that all over again. Your other kids are practically grown. Like why put yourself through that? But I just don't think he should have been entirely cold towards her because at the end of the day, he could have went through the proper procedure as well to make sure he couldn't get her pregnant. But
That part.
nonetheless, that doesn't excuse, yeah, like that doesn't excuse the fact that he's acting like she went on ahead and said, "Oh, I'm gonna stop taking my birth control." Like that's not right. Like that's not right. You can't do stuff
And I
like that no
agree.
more.
And you know why I agree? Because for one, I do think that she was wrong. But do you know it is it's way easier on the body for a man to get a vasectomy. It's way easier. The healing time is much quicker. So he could have just did that too. But
That's true, but that wasn't. I'm not gonna add to the story, but if that was something that was like like an option in the discussion, then yeah, he should have opted out to that. But if it wasn't, you just stopped taking it and not tell me. That's kind of betrayal. Like you really just opted to put your body through a whole 54 centimeters of pain and extra stuff, and you even consider my feelings. Consider the fact that I still got to work after 3 years when I'm supposed to be retired. These supposed to be our good times. We supposed to be going off and living our life while our kids is
vacationing,
already in college and stuff. But now you
vacationing.
like, yeah, and now you like, oh no, we're gonna trade the vacation money in for some diapers and formula, and you was sitting there like, I'm about to be 50 soon. I'm tired, baby. Like so, I just
Because I say it all the time. I'm
you see
almost
what
40.
You see what Jersey
Oh,
said.
yeah, I see him. I don't know what he's talking about, but I would never. Um, but like I said, I'm almost 40. One of the things that I say all the time is I'm not trying to be taking nobody to preschool at 40 years old. My youngest will be 12. I'm about to be living my best life. I'm not trying to be changing nobody's diapers. And if I do, I'm going to be auntie and y'all can come over and then y'all can go back home. So I
That part,
understand. What you
yeah.
think, Rose?
I feel like she was dead wrong for like stopping birth control and not telling him. Like that's literally the same as poking a hole in a condom and not telling her.
It's literally the same thing.
It's the same thing.
The
It's
same,
the
It's the
same thing.
same thing.
you know. And she was that I like I can't even try to make it like I guess she wanted a baby, and maybe they could have. Who knows? Like I don't even want to say adopt because he didn't want kids in general. Like he didn't want no more kids. Let's just relax. Let's just live our life. You know, I get his understanding. Maybe that's why he was cold towards her because like she did something like that. Like you stop birth control. What else have you done and didn't tell me? You know, like I
That
just
can
feel
be
like
some
Ooh,
of
he
the
violated.
stuff that can.
because that part. What do you think, Rose?
Honestly, I feel like it's an ultimate betrayal. And not because it's on the same shelf as cheating, but because you went behind your husband and, had a child without ever bringing it up in conversation or respecting his feelings and opinions on the matter. The man is tired. He has every right to feel and be tired and say, I just want to enjoy us being together and retirement. But now, unfortunately, he won't be able to retire. And I think that's completely selfish. I think that she's definitely completely in the wrong in this one. I don't agree with to Precious's point, his choice in words, because at the end of the day, she's still the mother of his other children. And at the end of the day, he should still respect her regardless of the betrayal. If he feels strongly about it and he feels like that's on her, then and therapy or marriage counseling doesn't help and they can't work through that, then divorce is his only option. But I really do think that he was foul for that.
Oh, that was absolutely foul. That was
Yeah,
absolutely foul because you did that knowing that
right.
you knew what he wanted and what he didn't, and you did it anyway. That was foul. That was
Right.
absolutely foul.
Yeah,
I can't see coming back from
thousand
that one.
percent.
But I
I
think
absolutely can't see that.
I think his choice of words could have been a whole lot better because in time you never know if your mind changes. Like once the baby is born
Right.
and you see the baby, you might not still feel the same way. Because at the end of the day, your blood is your blood, your flesh is your flesh. You're going to feel some type of way. Like there's no
Hmm.
if it's well moral people will feel some type of way if it comes to this. So you never know, like the stuff you're hurt, you're mad, hurt people, but the stuff that you say can never be taken back. So whenever your son start getting older and you feel as though you want to have a relationship with him, the mom could spin that shit like he ain't want you in the first place. He said this, that, and the third, even though he had to change your heart now. You get what I'm saying? Like let's honestly speak, women can be vindictive as fuck. We're not gonna speak that we can't. So you never know how the shit could be spent out. So you need to be careful what you say now, like real careful. And who's to say your kids will probably feel some type of way that you're speaking about their sibling like that. Like don't forget, kids got feelings too, and they're older, and they can see what's going on. They can see how you act in the mommy.
I
So it's
agree.
like pay attention to what you like. Do it behind closed doors. Don't do it publicly. But at the end of the day, kids feel what their parents feel, or see what their parents go through, and they feel it. So I just say his choice of words could have been a lot better because you never know what the future gonna hold later on. You never know.
Mhm.
And who's to
And
say if it's a boy or a girl and then you just vulnerable as fuck because you missed out on your daughter whole little 8 months of growing, 9 months of growing. You just like, oh shit. And I had a spin on it, but I'm gonna leave it alone because
that
shit
what
could
he
be weird.
said, what he said
Should have
should have
got that
gotten
snip
him
if he
snipped
felt
if
that
he
way,
felt
but your
that
future
way.
knowing. Well, I, not even studying that either.
Because here's the thing, you can't control what anybody else does with their body, but you can control your own semen, my guy. If you didn't want any more kids, you should have said, you know what? I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen.
But my thing is,
And birth
I
control is
wonder
not
if,
all the way effective either.
yeah, and
Ask me how I know.
I
Ask
wonder
me
if
how
him
I
being
know.
snipped, I wonder if him being snipped was ever even discussed prior
Yeah, that's all.
to,
Hmm.
like, 'cause I really wonder if it was discussed and maybe again she thought like, oh hell no, like I'm about to have another one, you know?
Oh well, like they saying, oh, this particular day you gonna go get snipped. Like, oh yeah, but before you get snipped, you just gonna get one
Right,
more out the burner real quick.
right. So I wonder if
Ew.
that
Because even when you
conversation
get a
was even had.
vasectomy, even when you get a vasectomy, they tell you that you can still get pregnant. You can still get somebody pregnant. So it is what it is,
Well,
I
she got
guess.
that junk burned.
Oh, and let me tell you something about that. Even if she got her tubes tied, you after 5, they only guarantee you 5 years of your tubes being tied of you not being pregnant. So after 5 years, you can still get pregnant.
It's ineffective, yeah.
All I'm saying is, as a man, be careful with your semen and be careful where you put it. Because nobody's responsible for your semen but you. That's all I'm saying. But anywho, so here's a question that I have. Now, say you are with your ex long term. You're a single mom, you get with a man, y'all have a relationship, and you break up. Now, this man has been in your child's life for the past 5 years, let's just say, and they've grown attached to each other. Should your ex still be allowed to continue a relationship with your child post breakup? Anybody can answer that one.
Ooh.
Speaking for the one that dated people with kids and I go in a relationship with them, y'all breaking up and y'all taking the kids from us. It's not fun. It's not cool, and it hurts a lot. So I think that if y'all could set up like a boundary type thing or something, then yeah, cool. But if it hurts too much for you to be around that person, then I get it. But the same way that we know going into a relationship with someone with a kid is going you're going to catch feelings and grow to love that kid and shit. Y'all gotta also remember taking them kids away from us hurt. We have insecurities about that shit too. Some people have insecurities about dating somebody. Maybe they're not going to attach to my kid, or maybe they're not going to treat my kid right. But when you do develop a relationship with the kid, in our minds, we scared that one day you want to take that kid away. That hurt a lot, especially when you got them when they a baby and they got years up. I think y'all should figure out a way to try to keep the kid around the other person because at the end of the day, love is love, and you can't. It's not a price for it. But if you can't, I get it. But that shit hurt a lot, a lot.
And see, I never thought about it from the other side. So I appreciate your
No one
perspective because I
does.
never thought about it from the other side.
No one does because everybody think because you think you don't got no kids, it's easy for you just to bounce back and be like, oh, okay. When no, it's not. That's not true. You gave a part of your heart to a kid, and kids don't know like to be judgmental or malicious. They just return it to you. So you can't help but to be like,
What do you think, Rose?
See, this is tricky for me because I've been on that side of the fence. I've been on both sides of the fence.
Mm,
Yeah. I think it's relationship. It comes down to the relationship that you had with said person, with your ex partner. If it ends amicably as opposed to, in a toxic way.
mhm.
Um, yes, you should definitely have boundaries. And if in my case those boundaries weren't respected, so now I have to remove my child from having any time shared with you. Because I don't do disrespect in that way when it comes to my daughter.
That
If
part.
you're going to paint or sell me as the villain, you will not have access to my daughter. Point and simple. Again, it's depending on how like you had that relationship end with that person. If they're not understanding of those boundaries, then you gotta be mother. You know, for protection of because our children are sponges and we know that. And anything that gets said repeatedly in their ear, that's what they're feeding on. So if you're feeding your child or your partner, ex-partner is feeding your child negativity about you,
Hold up, we lost her. Yeah, she'll be back. What do you think, Amira?
you muted, babe.
No, she's not.
Oh, I can't hear her.
what is that?
Go out and come back in. Just go ahead, leave the studio and come back in, and your audio should be fine. But like you were saying, like I never thought about it because with me, I have children, and to me, once we not together, we ain't together, and that means everything that comes with that. If you don't have access to me, you don't have access to my children. And I was having a conversation with somebody. Um, she was like, "Oh, such and such is taking my son to the barbershop," and I'm just like, "But why is he doing that? Like, y'all break up." wasn't a good one. So why does he still have access to you in that way? Why does he still have access to you through your child? Now that I don't think is a good idea, especially because I know the situation and why y'all broke up. It wasn't a good one. So when it comes to that, absolutely not. Absolutely
But
not.
but the thing is, you could do it just like how you would do a whole co-parenting type of situation. You don't have to be around the person in order for the child to see the person. The same way you would do like certain drop-offs, certain people pickups, stuff like that. It can work out. It can happen. I understand you don't want them to have access to you or them finding out your business stuff or your kids talking about you, whatever the case may be. That's why the whole boundary thing gets set at.
Mm.
But I get it from their aspect, but sometimes people don't ask about the other side. Because honestly speaking, like I said, no one cares about the other side at all.
Now, when you say co-parenting, my child is entitled to have a relationship with their other parent. They are not entitled to have a relationship with my ex.
But
So
okay, so while you saying that, that means you not. I'm not. I don't say it. I
just
don't
go,
want to
come
say it
on,
wrong
go
because
ahead
I
and
don't
say
have
it. Bring
kids.
it
I don't
out.
have kids, so I don't know how to say this. That means the kids' feelings don't mean shit either. Just because the parent helped you give birth to that person, they entitled to it. Why they can't be entitled to that person that they share a relationship with too? Your kid love that person too. Why they feelings getting fucked over because y'all didn't work out? The same way you don't want your kids to suffer with you and your significant other should be the same. I mean, yeah, they father should or mother should be the same way with them. I know it's different because they didn't help, but I mean they helped 5, 6, 7 years. That's a lot of work for somebody else's kid. Come on now.
I ain't gonna lie, I never thought about it that way. Because for me, it's just like once we break up,
Yeah,
fuck
that's
the
you.
feelings.
You gotta also remember you forgot that this guy took your daughter to ballet practices or father maybe if the dad not around there father daughter dances or teach your
Mhm.
son how to fish or tie a tie or something and then 7 years later you like oh nigga fuck you we ain't together you won't see my kids and you your kids sitting there like what we do and then you ain't gonna listen to your kid because you are the adult so you like you don't know what you want apparently they do. I gotta get kids are smart nowadays like fuck this whole TV internet shit. They watch. They know what they want after the fucking time when they listen. But you can't be like that. You can't let the kid develop a relationship with them and then you snatch because you don't have one. Because that person right there still can help your kid probably go to the NBA, the WNBA, baseball, like anything. And you just snatch this fucking opportunity away because you mad or you just don't want to deal with the shit no more. That's not right. Now, if they choose not to have a relationship with that person, then that's what they choose.
Mhm.
And knock them for wanting to be around who they know they're going to keep them safe and protected. Don't take that away from them because this world there's not a lot of them. When it comes to us, it's not a lot of them. So don't take the ones that's actually willing to be there.
You know what? You're right. Sometimes I'm wrong. It happens. So sometimes I'm wrong. I yield on that one. What do you think, Amira?
I feel like I feel the same. Like as long as we didn't break up on nasty terms, I don't want to snatch that from my child because like I grew up like that, meeting different boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff, and it's like you gain a relationship with one for whatever reason, they break up and you see another one. That and it's like no child wants to deal with that, and that's why I'm also careful about like my dating life is almost non-existent because of that, because I don't want to bring different men around my son. So
Yeah.
I always tell myself whatever like whatever activity I want to do, like link activity I want to do. I was about to say another word. I don't know. I don't want to curse. um, Whatever link
Pull
activity that I
ups.
want to do is want to be away from him. So if he's at
Mm-hmm.
school, you better come over when he's at school. When he becomes a
Facts.
teenager, I don't want him in the house. I know he's coming home, you gotta go until I know that you're going to stick around. Like I'm not
Hmm.
saying like deplete your life, but my baby's 6 years old, so he's pretty much attached to my hip, and I explain that to guys, and then that also when you do it like that, it also like kind of creates a better barrier to who you will bring around your kids. Because I've actually had guys that got mad at me because I wouldn't let them meet my son. Yeah,
That's odd.
that's very odd. So I've had guys that offered to take my son out, me and my son out together, and I'm like, no, he don't got to be there. Like, we'll link up by ourselves. Like, oh no, bring him, and why don't you want me to meet him? I'm like, why do you want to meet my son so bad? Like, he's going to forget about you in the hour after we all meet. So, like, if you're not consistent, I that helps weed out who I would actually bring around my son when it's like you're too eager to meet my son and we just got together, and then, like, if just so happened we break up, and like I said, if it's his choice where he doesn't want to be around, I don't want to deal with that, because my son built a bond with you. I don't want him to deal with the heartbreak if you're not trying to come back. So my thing is, like, I want the person to know that they're going to stick around regardless to what happens. That's my thing. So it's very hard dating when you know that you're trying to protect your child. It's very hard. It's very hard.
Ooh, child. Tell me about it. Um,
It's a heavy
Hi,
topic.
Charmaine. How are you? Oh, no, she didn't. um, did you get a chance to speak on it, Rose? You did. You're
You
muted.
muted, babe.
I did. What can you do?
Okay. So, Charmaine,
Yes.
lovely to see you again. I love to see your smiling face.
All right, not too
What we
much.
talking about? Not
Don't
too much.
start.
Not too much, right?
Don't
Not
start.
too much.
What we
But
talking about?
we are talking about, should your ex, if your ex has been in your life for a substantial amount of time and now you all are broken up, do you allow your ex to have a relationship with your child still?
I mean, if they were there the whole time and playing that role and stuff like that, if you know, I wish my ex would have stayed in my daughter's life, because when he left, my daughter had to go through therapy and everything. That was a big thing for her at 6 years old.
I told you. I
So
told you.
I would have rather, like, forget me. But if you was like that father figure in her life and stuff like that, yes, I would like for you to still stay in her life, especially knowing that her birth father isn't around. You know,
Hmm.
Yeah.
I guess I get that. I get that.
like, literally, like, I was with my ex since I was 3 months pregnant, and we were together until my daughter was 6. That is the only man my
Wow.
daughter knew as dad. She didn't know nobody else. That was dad to her. And the day we split up, he stopped talking to her. My daughter had to go through therapy. She went through depression and everything at 6. So
Now, see,
yeah.
I can understand that somebody who's been there your entire life and you don't know
Mm-mm.
anything else. So I understand that, because you're essentially snatching who was
Right.
a
But what she
father
know?
figure from her. So I
Okay.
understand that. But see, I'm thinking, and from my perspective, like, my son is 11, right? Now you came
Mm-hmm.
into my life when he was like maybe 8. So
No.
for me,
No.
once we break up, you broke up with the kids too. I understand that that may be a little selfish now, but that's just my perspective on it. You break up with me, you break up with the kids too.
Now, is that coming from your own personal feelings, though? Because what if
Yeah.
the kid has a good relationship with that person, right? Like,
Did
then it's
I
like,
did not just say that? I said that. I
And
said
said,
that.
I
right? So
said
you're
that
coming from your
sometimes
own
I'm wrong.
personal
It
shit.
happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm wrong. It happens. You know.
Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, I'm also gonna be real particular with this. Like, ladies, y'all got daughters, it's nothing to you. It's nothing to y'all. But if you take a good positive figure from your sons that don't have a father, that's gonna be a lot of trauma. With daughters, it's trauma. Charles just explained it. But boys that don't have like a male positive figure in life, kind of like they need that. Don't take it away from them.
And it really takes a village. Like, regardless of what nobody
It
says, it
does.
really takes a village to raise kids.
I
So,
don't have no kids. I got nieces and nephews, and them little motherfuckers, man. I'm
You
you
good.
got,
got
listen,
kids?
you got
You
4.
got
Okay, you got
5.
at
No,
least
5.
4.
Well, I got 5 kids. Yeah, I
5.
got 5 kids. And
Okay.
y'all
Okay,
kids, the
we
only
doing
one
that.
that don't drive me crazy is the girls. The daughters don't
It's
drive me
always
crazy.
like
No,
that.
them boys, Rashida call me every day about them boys. If it's not Demetrius in his mouth,
They
it's Dominic in his
different.
pencil. If it's not DJ trying to analyze and break people's souls down,
It's
it's okay.
I be like,
And then Jazz just be in her room just quiet, just doing her.
Jazz don't want nothing to
Pink,
do with none of us.
Pink
She just be in the room
just
with
be
her
wanting to
kid.
have conversation and go back into her room and be on her game. Like the
I be
boys
having
is
to make
just
sure my daughter's still
disruptive.
up. Like, you've been real quiet in the
Like,
house. Like,
is
you
you
all right?
alive in there? Are
Then I go
you
and ask, like,
okay?
are you okay? Is something wrong? She's like, no. I
Stable
said, you sure?
thinking. Yep. Stable
I do that
mind.
all the time. Like you good in there, right? You
And then they
breathing?
start getting mad because we annoying them now.
Yeah, because they don't want y'all in their space. Just open up the door. You straight? Yeah. Close the door. We want to be like, you good? What you doing in here? What is that? Who you talking to?
Yep.
Like,
Yep. That's me. That's
my
me.
mom used to do that all the time. And instead of just staying at the door just to ask them questions, why you gotta come all the way?
Because
And
sometimes I
then you
want to
see
be
the door
nosy
open
too
when you
now
walking out.
because, especially
Let
when
me
they're
tell you
playing
why you
games
do
and
that.
stuff,
Let me tell you why
gotta
you
be
do that.
nosy.
Let me tell you why you do that. And I'm about to tell you all my business. One time I snuck somebody in my room. Right? And my mom, she kept coming in there. Now she kept coming in there because
I
she
can't
just had
hear
the
y'all.
feeling something wasn't right. And the last time she came, she came to the door. She was like, "What's going on here?" I was like, "Nothing." Whole time he was behind the closet door. Okay, so she came in the room, and that's how she saw him. So that's why I walk all the way in the room because I need to know what's going on in here.
I wasn't never that bold enough to sneak nobody in
Yeah,
my
I wasn't
parents'
that.
house.
Not there. Hell no. Not
I
not
wasn't
when they
that
was
bold.
born. But I ain't that dumb. You know who my father was? You know I wasn't that stupid to sneak nobody in the fucking house when my parents
Can
was
y'all
here.
hear me?
I'm alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
Yeah,
hear
hear
yeah,
you.
I
you.
yeah.
can't hear you. I'm gonna leave. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I don't mean to keep interrupting. Hold on.
no problem.
Y'all South Jersey girls different. Y'all sneaking people in the house while parents is home. Y'all
Because they
got
cost
No, but see,
us.
no
no. Here's the
fear.
thing.
That's
Here's
why.
the
No
thing.
fear.
Here's the thing. My mother wasn't home at the time. She came home on her lunch break. So I thought I was just cool. I was in the clear. And
It'd
then
be
she
funny. Your
came
mother
home
probably
on
just
her
sitting in
lunch
the car
break.
and watched the nigga come in. She
Man,
probably
listen.
watched him come in like, I want to see what she want to do. And he just in there. A minute go past, 2 minutes go past. Oh, this nigga.
No,
Like,
listen, I had to be about 18 at the time. I was in there cooking lunch and everything. Okay. I was so out of pocket. I was so out of pocket. But
yeah, we're gonna talk about this after this pod because you
Yeah,
got
we
more
no, we
explaining
not.
to do. You got more explaining to
you have
do.
spoken that point
Absolutely not.
alone.
This is
You
the
did
end
this in the daytime.
of
You
conversation.
did this in the daytime where people could see you. Yeah, we're
This
gonna talk
is
about
the
this
end
after
of the
pod. Don't worry about
conversation.
it.
We're not talking about this
Next
anymore.
topic. Next
Next.
topic.
Anywho, anywho, um, yeah, you can pull that up. Let's talk about these pictures. The internet is losing their mind over these pictures of the game and his daughter.
I have a problem with this.
I don't.
It's
They are
I
losing their minds over
I
these
don't see a
pictures.
problem with it.
I don't see no problem with it other than a
Now,
father
this is the
donating
only one that I find to be a
his
little weird. For me, this is the only one I find to be a little weird. But the rest of them I feel like are just a
I
father
see a
and his
girl who
daughter
is in
having a
love
good
with his
relationship.
daughter. A daddy girl.
I listen, the way 2024 is set up and the way these past couple of years has been throwing people out here with all of these little things, anything that looks appropriate is going to always be appropriate to the public eye now.
Hmm.
So no matter what, it could be anything. A guy could be holding his daughter hand, they're going to think it's inappropriate. A mother
Mm-hmm.
holding her son hand, they're going to think it's inappropriate. It's like the internet needs to stop sometimes. Don't
I
take
agree.
something and make it look like something else. Don't do that. Especially
She
when
was
it
in
comes
love with
to
her
that.
father since birth. Like, she's always
Yeah.
for her father.
But and then one thing for sure, two things for certain. One thing I know about the game, that particular man, you it's like Eminem. You don't say nothing about his daughter. You that man do not play when it comes to her. So I suggest everybody needs to stop and calm down. I get it, it may look inappropriate, but nobody was there for when the pictures was taken. Nobody know if them pictures were supposed to be taken. and be put out there. So like, calm down. When it comes to kids and people kids, I think a lot of people need to shut the fuck up. Like they do.
Wait, wait,
I
wait.
don't see nothing wrong
What
with
you?
that.
No, Rose got something to say. What you got to say, Rose?
I think, listen, the only thing I see in those pictures is the fact that his daughter feels absolutely safe and loved and protected, which is something that a lot of us women um have never experienced really with our own fathers. So the fact that there are so many people on social media uncomfortable with that, it just goes to show like how you could take something so innocent and make it something that it's not. Because again, I just see a loving father.
Mm. Now, for me personally, if you know me, you know my father is my homie. Like that is my best friend.
Hmm.
Period. But we don't interact that way. But that's not to say that it's weird for this man and his daughter to interact that way. You know what I mean? That's just
Hmm.
their relationship. That's how they get down. Whatever. I forget who it was. The dude from Plainfield that got that song out. Um, I mind mine and stay out the way. I live by that. I mind my business and stay out the way. Their relationship has nothing to do with how I conduct my life and how I'm out here getting to a bag. Is what it is. I'm minding my business and everybody else should do the same. That is that man and his daughter. That's it. That's all. Do you have an opinion, Charmaine?
Oh, what, the game?
Yeah.
I love it. I just see a daughter that loves her father. I see a father that is in love with his daughter. I wish I had that type of relationship with my father. You know, I
Mm.
was like that with my grandfather. He used to come home and rub my fucking feet when he was drunk. You know, people will probably think that was fucking weird, but he was in love. Like, I was his baby, so I see nothing wrong. And that's like his only daughter, right?
I don't know.
I think that's his only daughter. So if
I
he could,
know that's his only daughter. He got boys.
yeah. So she's
So
definitely
that
a daddy's
explains a
girl.
lot.
Yeah.
That's his
And
only
there's
little
something
girl.
special about the relationship between a daughter and her father.
It's
Uh,
something so
I've
special.
seen grown
But the
men
thing but
melt
he raised
over
her.
their
He had
daughters.
her forever. He had her forever. So she was always in the house with him. He never. She. That's his girl.
Yeah. No, I love that relationship. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you
In
can't.
any
That's
event,
just
that ain't
like
nobody business but theirs.
That part.
they had Eminem Haley got married. And Eminem was at her wedding. He walked her. They did a little dance, and he picked her up from her waist and whirled her around. It was a whole big thing about that. Like, oh, he should never did that. That's not his place. That's the husband place. I'm like, do y'all not know who Haley Marshall is? About how, like, don't do that. Like, people take certain stuff and then
Yeah,
they
video.
throw it, and it don't make no sense.
Wait, time out. Can we get a little commotion for the house dress? Can we get a little commotion for the house dress? I'm here for it. I'm getting a house dress, okay?
With the
I'm
nice
I'd
getting
like
little
to
with
bun.
the matching
go.
head wrap. I'm getting one.
The matching red wrap.
Yo, let me
I'm
tell you, this
getting
thing
one.
is comfortable. I'm telling you. I
Listen,
love this thing.
I'm getting
I
one,
got it
okay?
from Ross. I got it for Ross for $10.
I don't
Ross,
think people understand
Oh, I
that
love
Ross
Ross.
really is the like that's the spot.
I love Ross.
That
Hmm.
listen, listen, y'all better stay out of off Sheen and go to Ross because at least with Ross you can try your stuff on first. You get it from Sheen, you don't know if it's gonna fit until it get there. Go to Ross. I'm just saying. But no,
They
I
had a
need us to
lot
react
of
to
nice
this video. I need us to react to this video here. Uh-oh. You can go ahead and pull it up.
stuff. I can't see. I'm blind. Where my glasses?
mm,
taking me here.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll get those going and then I'll come back and grab your Thank you very much. All right, so I liked what she had mentioned about the scallops. So that sounded really good. I'm a big seafood fan, so I think I'm going to do that.
Let me order for you. I'll surprise you. I know what you want.
I hate surprises. You know this place better than me, so.
Yes, I do. You don't want to.
You don't like red wine? Not good here or something?
Well, you don't want to add on any calories to you.
No, but I mean we're on a nice little date, so I think I can ignore it for now.
I'll order you a drink that'll suit what you're looking for.
What the hell am I looking for?
Something with less calories.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, wine does have a lot of sugar. Oh.
I tend to know what women like.
Yeah, that's good. That's good because not many guys do.
I'm definitely a cut above the rest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the.
She's actually going to have what I'm going to have.
What's that?
I'm going to have the.
Either one of you like to add super salad tonight? Yeah, I was gonna do the soup. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Oh my god! I can't even talk. Okay, I can't even order it.
Updates it.
But if you don't mind, I'm going to take care of my bill because.
I do mind. I will go ahead and take care of it.
No. Listen, I've had an experience like this in the past, and I do not want to repeat. So I will definitely.
Well, that's not me. I will not embarrass me.
It's not an embarrassment. Like I can also just cash out
No,
here.
it is. It's very much an embarrassment.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Just not make a scene. I forgot you like to open the door. Thank you. That's really nice of you. All right, I'm just gonna run into the car. If that's okay.
No.
Oh my God. Okay. I could have gotten in there a lot faster if I just ran.
The gentleman has to get the
Okay,
door.
that's fine. Thank you.
I have mixed emotions about that video.
Man, I don't got no fucking mixed emotions. I got fucking living emotions. First of all, ain't nobody out here being no salad or soup type of bitch. Let's get that shit understood, because I'm damn sure not. Second of all, she should have got up and freaking left. There was no way I was still ordering. I'm not still about to sit here with you. I'm telling you I could order my own food, and you tell me, oh, you don't want to add on calories, bitch. Oh, calories. You got a problem with me adding on calories? Oh, God.
See, I feel
Lord.
like what if they had a conversation, prior to, and she's like, well, I'm trying to watch my weight. I only do this.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I had a conversation. It does not matter if I had a conversation with you about how I feel about my weight. If I'm telling you I'm ordering my own food, I'm ordering my own food. Don't tell me what I'm eating. Don't tell me what I'm ordering. First and foremost, you don't know what I'm allergic to. And you want to talk about I'm eating what you eating. Nigga, who say I want what you want? And then you say a super salad. Bitch, do I look like I'm a salad type of bitch? No, I'm not. And then I'm telling you I'm paying my. But listen, nah, let her order her own shit. And then she's telling you I'm gonna pay for my own food. No, I don't want that. Yo, she's letting you know she's setting up a boundary. She letting you know she went through an experience before and she don't want a repeat of it. She's not saying that, y'all gonna stop talking, but because she probably ghosted him after that night anyway. And you like, well, I'm not like that. Well, you're scheming like that. No.
See, I said I have mixed emotions about it because chivalry is very dead in this generation. So him saying certain things like a gentleman is supposed to open the door, doing this and that. I like stuff like that. But if I'm voicing myself to you the first time and you don't take it, now I'm seeing it as controlling. But I get it. Like, she's like, oh, it's raining. Let me just run to the car. And he's like, no, a gentleman is supposed to open the door. Well, I could have just got here quicker. Like if we're under an umbrella, we could walk to the car and you could still open the door for me. Like, so that's why I said I have mixed emotions about it. Like,
I think that was more of her trying to get away from him. Than
I think that too.
You already gave me so many red flags at the dinner table, and you kept over talking. You kept telling me what I'm going to eat. You kept telling me what I'm going to order. You try to force to pay for my food when I'm telling you that I got it. Like, you control the situation. That right there just dead at the whole situation. I need to get away
I
from
wonder
you.
was that like
And
a blind date or something, because you could see certain things in a guy prior to even going out with them. You could see certain red flags a lot of the times, but we ignore them because we say that shit is red orange. That shit is
Turn them red flags yellow.
We know that shit is a bright candy apple red, and we be ignoring them shits.
And if that was a blind date, she better not ever go ask that person again for another one.
Yeah.
Well, what do you
First,
think,
if
Rose?
Listen, I would have ran for the hills because you're not about to speak for me. You're not about to tell me what I can and cannot eat. You're not about to tell me nothing about calories. I don't want to hear none of that. If I can pay for my own, you're going to let me order my own food. You're not going to sit there and tell me what I can and cannot have. I would have never even gotten back in the car. Gentleman manners or not, let me tell you something about a narcissist. Dealt with one too many. They will use these gentleman like manners to get what they want. And the whole time they're controlling you and the situation. And just like she said when she snuck off to the bathroom, she's like, I can't even get a word in. That was some real shit. She could not even speak for herself. So
She
he
should
was
have been in the
like,
bathroom calling the Uber.
right. I
She
was
should have been in the bathroom
ordering my
calling the
own
fucking Uber
food.
real quick, and I would have. I wouldn't have went back by a table. I don't give a damn if I had to walk by that table. I would have
this
kept it
is
moving and went
this is
outside.
why you gotta have. This is why when you go on dates, you gotta have a backup plan. You gotta have
Yes,
Yeah.
somebody that you can call right there on
This
the
is
spot.
why y'all
You
have
gotta
my
make sure you have the right.
location.
Yes, and
yes,
this is
This
why
is
y'all got
why.
mine too. So when stuff like this happen, you could like quickly call somebody and be like, "Yo, call me."
Did
And
it to me what
I'm
a week
I'm gonna
ago.
use this. I'm gonna use this as an example. 911, call me back.
yes. Because a woman's world is different. I let at least two people know if I ever go on a date, y'all got my location, y'all got the address, y'all got my number, y'all got everything. Because God forbid.
No, no, y'all need to give somebody their information, a
Yeah,
picture of them, their phone number, where y'all going. Y'all need to give them their information. They
oh,
got our stuff. They need their information just in
I
case.
used to have a roommate that used to run outside and she used to take pictures of the license
And a
plate.
license plate.
And
Yep,
they be like, yo,
You
yo,
better.
what's
did
she
that
doing?
before.
You better.
I did that
I'm
before
like,
for my
bro,
friends.
she did this.
yes,
She
You
did it
can't
all the
escape no
time,
license
all
plate.
the
You can't.
time.
yep.
And then
I
I was
couldn't
like,
hear you.
well,
What you
I was
say?
like, well, how you know if it's not a renter?
Hold up. What you say, Amira?
Say you can't escape no license plate unless they took somebody else's car. But even then, they gonna track it. You can't escape no license plate at all. Given
That's
the
I
why
do
right
that
people
all the
starting to
situations.
buy
time.
them little GPS. They starting to
I'm
buy
gonna
them
tell
little
y'all
GPS
something. When I was
thingies.
with, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was talking to this one guy before, and I was in a car with him. So he's asking me like, well, looking at the cars on the highway and stuff. So he's asking me to identify the cars. So I'm like, I didn't know how to identify them at the time because I'm not a driver, right? So he's like, so how do you not know when going to kidnap you if you can't even identify the car that you're in or the car that you see? So the whole time we're driving, he's having me like he's making me memorize different cars and the different symbols and stuff like that. So and he told me like if you ever kidnapped and you have your phone or able to keep your phone, you have to identify what car you're in. If you don't know what type of car you're in, they're never going to find you. If you can't identify cars, they're never going to find you.
Oh no, she was giving us good tips.
Nah, but that makes sense. That makes sense.
And you know what else I say to that? When you are giving somebody your location, if you have an Apple Watch, give them the location to your watch and not your phone, because your watch is on your wrist. Your
It's
phone is 9 times out of 10 somebody can take that and throw that wherever. But if you are giving them the location to the watch that's on your body, they know where to find you and they know where you are. But you know what? Before we move past it, let's talk about some safety tips for dating in this day and age, because it's weird out here. It
yes.
is weird
Oh,
out.
I think
Um,
everybody needs to know if you go out with somebody to a lounge or a bar, it's called a angel shot. Okay? There's different ways of describing an angel shot. You want an angel shot, you go to your bartender, you let them know like I need an angel shot. That means that's the code of saying that you're in trouble with the person that you're with. An angel shot on the rocks is when you need a security escort you to the car. An angel shot straight up is letting them know that you need a police. And the angel shot with a cherry twist is letting them know that you need to get away from the person that you're with because they could see the serious danger. It's
Fact.
called a angel shot. You could Google it. It will let you know all the different things to say. Bartenders all over is learning this new phrase, this new thing of this word, so they know from now on that they need to protect women and men can use this as well. Also on Amazon, it's $3. If you go out, it's a scrunchie, and when you take the scrunchie off, you open it. It's a cup cover, and it has a
Yes.
hole for you to put your
Mm-hmm.
straw in, and it comes with its own metal straw. It's a folding metal straw, so your drink will always be covered. You don't be drinking off of nobody or nothing like that. And that's something I learned when I was a bartender that I think everybody needs to understand and know. That go for lounges and bars. Also, this is a
Help.
universal sign for health.
Mm-hmm.
Know this. Also, if you are going through physical abuse and you put a red or a black dark mark on your hand and you do that, that's sign of physical and domestic abuse. Learn the signs, learn the lingo, and know which safe haven you go to. That's
Yes.
That's good stuff.
I, yeah.
That's good stuff. We're gonna have to put that in the chat.
I
Right, right.
actually, to Precious' point, I actually have the scrunchie that covers your drinks at the bars and lounges. And another trick too is if you put the napkin on top of your beverage, the bartender will know to look out for your drink in case anybody wants to lace it.
hmm
They'll know
Also,
that.
please get also mothers. Y'all got daughters. Look up on TikTok, Amazon. It's called self defense keychain. Get that for your kids.
My daughter
Um,
keep asking
It's
me
I
for
make
one, and I'm
free.
them.
gonna get
I
her
make
one.
them.
Oh
Oh,
well, I'm gonna send you one
Rashida
because my
makes them.
daughter keeps saying she wants
Also,
one.
they have a ring. I tell my sister got one. I got my sister one. Every time she loses, I rebuy it. It's a ring that comes with two spikes. I tell my sister wear it all the time. Because the first thing you're going to do is use your hands to get away. So get the self defense keychain in the ring, please. Please do. And it
Yes,
comes with little GPS, little monitors on it that goes to your phone.
yes.
So you will always be located. If you can't afford an Air Tag or Apple Tag or whatever you want to call it, you can buy those. They like $10 on Amazon, but you get like in a box, a boat, whatever. hmm
So
Mothers get them things and put them on scrunchies and put them in your daughter's head.
Oh, my daughter got an Apple Tag.
Mm, mm.
What were you saying,
I don't play
Amira?
that.
I think you're muted.
can't hear you.
I'm so upset because she be having good stuff to say.
No, we can't hear
Mhm.
you.
I can't hear you.
Try going out and coming back in.
No, she
But
can
one
hear
thing,
us.
yeah, one thing that I always say is give that man your number, sis. You
Always.
never know how a weirdo is going to respond to being rejected. Give that man your number. I also suggest you have two. So, like a text now or a Google number. So, if you don't want to give that man your real number, you can give him the other one.
But just be mindful if y'all both got iPhones and that shit don't turn blue and it turn green. From what they told me, you gotta tell them you ain't doing iMessage because I done did
Yeah,
that shit. And the
just
nigga
tell them
told me,
no,
yo,
Nah,
why
don't
your
use
shit
listen.
turning
I
green?
iMessage.
tried that. I tried that. I don't do that iMessage shit. They ain't believe me at all. They was like,
Nope.
so you
So
don't do
I just rather
iMessage?
give my
Nope.
actual phone number, and I even take it a step further. Be like, yo, text me right now or call me so I can store your number. Because as soon as they do, all right, as soon as I walk away, block.
Soon as I get in the car and
Soon
lock
as
the
I
door,
get
you
out of
are
Block.
your
blocked.
area,
Block.
Soon as I get in the door, soon as
because
my
I'm
door
not
is
dying
closed,
Well,
over.
I
you
don't
done
like the
voted.
new. I don't like the new update feature they got. So if you got an iPhone, y'all both got iPhones and stuff. They all they gotta do is fucking tap their phone when they with to your phone and they just got your shit. I'm like, what the
That's
one
not.
dude did it
They've had
like
that
tap?
for a while, but you can
I
always
don't
turn it
like
off.
that.
So turn it off.
I didn't know. Now I know you can turn it off and turn it. This dude was like tap. I said, what the fuck you just did? It was like a bar popped up. I said, what the fuck is this? He like, oh, now
Turn
I
it
got your
off.
number
That
and
is the
shit.
first thing you should do.
I'm
Make
like,
sure your
what?
privacy settings. Make sure your privacy settings are set to what
Let
you
me
want.
tell you, you better not even be that
Listen,
close to me for us to
No.
be able to do
No, it
that.
doesn't even. It doesn't even
Exactly.
matter. It
Like,
could
why
be in
are
your
you
pocket.
calling?
It's just a tap. Boom.
I'm about to
You
say
could be
I
walking
ain't never get
by.
that done
Boom.
before.
Yo,
No.
listen. Up
I'll go
here,
let me
off.
explain something
these
to
up
you.
here, they don't care.
Let me
Okay,
explain something to
baby.
you. One thing that I will always do if it's within my control, is make it back home to my children. So if I
Oh,
gotta give you my number, sir, you can have my number. The first thing I'm doing, if I don't block you first, I'm going to send you a cash app request for $1,000, or and then you'll just block me. But I can tell you what I'm going to always do is make it back home. Because if that don't work, let me tell you what I got on my hip. Okay, listen, I am going to make it back home.
I got
Always have
parents I gotta get back
it's
home
within
to.
my control.
I ain't about to play that.
I'm not about to play
And
with
I ain't about
nobody
to
who
have my parents kill
accept
me in the
rejection.
afterlife.
No, we're not doing that. So I say it all the time. Whatever you have to do to get out of a weird situation, you do that thing. Even if it means giving that man your number, just give it to him. Just give it to him. It's okay. Just give it to
it
him.
sure is.
Y'all
That's
re-
why I have
y'all
over
remember the
800 messages in my phone now.
no, y'all remember how they used to have the rejection number? We
Oh,
used to
I
get out
remember
the
that
rejection.
number. But everybody knew that phone number, so you couldn't even give that out
Word,
after
I
a
feel like
while.
and it
Damn,
was
I
like
forgot about that.
That was the
Listen,
good days though, when people didn't really like bother you if you rejected them. You may have been
word. They just knew
all
what
right,
it
a
was.
bitch
That's
or
it.
whatever. They'll go about their business, but
remember
it's
that you
not
used to
that
just be
stigma
a
now.
bitch. Remember that?
Or a
Now
fat
you can't
bitch,
even be that.
a fat bitch,
But
you
Now you
know.
open
Listen,
But
up.
big
now
backs
it's just
get bent too.
big bags get bent.
Big backs get bent too.
Oh,
Okay.
next. That's next topic. What's the next topic?
Am I
Yeah, I got
lying?
it.
Am I
I
lying?
was saying,
Not even a little bit.
that's terrible.
I
With
have.
that being said, let's go to this next video.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Oh
Oh
I
my
man.
haven't.
God. Jesus Christ.
Season right now.
You are
Like for me,
for you.
for me. I mean, I'm petite, but
Yeah.
it can get thick.
Yeah.
And I've learned. I'm like, there was
Ride
a
that
moment
wave. Do you ride the
when I
wave?
couldn't fit them suits anymore, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I would be dieting or running or exercising, trying to fit into, and I'm just like, no, no, we here. This is where we are. Like we not about to be utilizing life to try to be an old version of ourselves. No matter how celebrated that version of me was, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Mm.
I'm here. I'm in my thick season right now.
You are
Like for me,
for
So how do y'all feel about that?
I
I
love it.
always been in my thick season,
Cause
so
that part. Cause that part.
I always been in my
I
thick
used to be
season.
ashamed of it though. I was ashamed of it though.
I'm to the point now, unless I have some health reasons and I need to lose weight, I may try. Am I going to stay committed? Probably not. Because at the end of the day, you're going to take this big back and you're going
And
to
you're
be
still
happy.
going to
You're going to
bend
be
it.
fed. You're going to be good and it's still going to get bent. So at the end of the
Big
day,
backs get bent
if
too.
I don't have no health issues and I'm good to go, I ain't. You going to get what the fuck you get.
Because you know what I know about that? Even if you don't want it, I promise you it's two or three others that do. So you know what? You are entitled to what you like. You are entitled to feel how you feel. But if you want it, then bruh, I'm just not for you. And there's nothing wrong.
And now I'm like that. For these past couple of years, I started getting like that. Like you want to take this little tummy I got and call it a motherfucking big day. But back in the day, when I had got like I had hit 200 pounds, and I was dating this guy, and I had got like really bad stretch marks on my side. Cause y'all both know I'm short. I'm little as hell, so I had
It's
expanded.
okay. It's okay.
So I had got some really bad stretch marks, and the guy I was dating did not like that at all.
He could go to hell
That's
twice.
that was then. That was back then. Now I feel that way. So I had got tattoos on my sides to cover it. That like I even passed out by getting these
Look
two
at Rose
tattoos
face.
because
Rose
of
like,
him.
why?
No,
Because
because I'm
back then I was young. I was young. I was young. I was young, so I understand. But now
You better take these
y'all
zebra
better take
cakes.
it. You better take this shit. You better take
Listen,
this
They like,
shit.
look, just something to
listen,
grab when you there,
I'm just
listen.
okay? Something
saying.
to
But at
grab.
that time, it was like bad and frowned upon. Like ew. I was like ew. He was like, yeah, I don't like that. You got to do something about that. I'm like, fuck it. So I want to be
People
I
are
am
that's
going
paying
to
to
do
get
cool.
what
something
I
about
That's
it.
got.
I'm going to give
fine.
somebody else a chance to touch it. That's
What
what
y'all
I'm
talking
going
about?
to do
Well,
about it.
I'm just saying, someone now
Big
love it,
back,
so I'm just saying.
being in your sixth season and embracing it and not worried about society and what they think you should look like and stuff like that.
Yes. Yes.
What
Fuck
I
all the
miss?
rules. Fuck all the body rules. You know?
There you go.
Fuck all that.
Man, look,
If
the
See,
you're
I
not
ladies
gonna
remember
want
the
to eat
time when
good
you,
all the time.
if you're not
yeah,
gonna come up on these stars and stripes, then see your way out.
Listen, it is what it is. If
I
this
don't
ain't
even
for
want a
you,
two
it
pick
just
as a
ain't for you.
dude. I need a dude that got some weight on him, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me ask y'all this. Let me
yeah,
ask y'all this. Let me ask
I
yeah.
y'all
need
this.
me a teddy bear. I love me a teddy bear.
Let
Let me
me get
ask
a
y'all
I
this
could
because
get
box
a
I
of
need
teddy
to
bear,
know
beer.
if
but
it's
I
just
also
me or
like
not.
an in between too. Cause
Let me get
Listen,
a
I
box
need
of
to know if
beer.
it's just me or not. Am I the? Are we just talking? Am I the only one that like to rub the belly? Is that just me?
bitch, no,
The
bitch,
belly,
no.
Let,
No.
we laying in the
I
bed
rub
watching
the belly
Netflix.
all
I'm
the
feeling the
I
time.
no,
rub
belly
the belly.
let
I
me
rubbing.
know how
get
You got look.
the chest come back to the
belly.
belly.
Yes, yes.
Listen,
But listen, my thing is, a guy told me I used to date a dude that he was like husky, and he said I kept playing with his stomach. He said, "You do know that's the little girl's playground, right?" I said, "Shut the fuck up."
let me tell
Cause
you
you get
something.
lost in it. You get it's be all
Yes,
nice
you
and
do.
I don't
But
want no
but
six pack. I don't
yeah.
want it.
Mm-mm. But
It's not
also,
for me.
I like
Not
a
for
Not
me.
back
for me.
too, though. I like a good back too. That little them wings that be just
You
right
know why
there. And
you
they,
like a strong back?
I like them shoulders.
You know
I
why
like
you like a
arms,
strong
shoulders,
back.
and yeah.
We
You
know
know why?
why.
Because I could be like, pick me up, daddy. You
There you
know,
go.
because
Period. Yes.
them shoulders, I'll be like, oh, Lord.
Jesus Christ,
Listen, the shoulders is just a foot rest, okay?
baby,
The
Jesus
shoulder is a
Lord.
foot rest.
Mm-mm.
You know
And the
what?
fact I like the whole part you could grab. My thing is forearms. You gotta have like some good forearms. Cause when
Yes.
I was like
Yes.
I'm a hand
Right. Just
girl. I'm a
when you
hand and
getting
arm
some
girl.
pleasure
A
and they
hand
got nice
girl?
strong arms,
Wait, time
baby,
out. Wait, time out. What do
baby.
you mean by a hand girl? What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
I love
Mira.
a strong, nice set of hands. Like I like veiny type and
precious, rich,
yeah, like
thick, not
if they
skinny,
hands is
no
type
bones.
strong,
Just
they're a good gripper.
it's just
That's my
live.
thing.
Yep.
Like I like a good
So, like,
gripper.
when he grabs you,
Like they grab you by the neck type of yeah, man, let me
There
stop.
you
Girl,
go.
because
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
that grab hit
Yes.
So,
I
different.
like that. I like
That
that.
always hit
wait.
That
different.
hit different.
All right.
Tell
You,
you
you
I
something.
gotta put
listen.
you gotta put the big belly, the broad shoulders, and then hands
A
together.
nice set of hands,
And
and they
and I
grab you
like to
right here. They grab you right
uh,
here,
Yep.
or they
Who
grab like a
and I
just
like to
said that?
see
hair.
and
Who just said
I
Listen,
like the veins.
listen.
I like the veins
I
in the
love the
arms. I
veins.
like
That's
the
my
veins in
thing.
the arms.
Nah,
Hey,
Like
nah.
it's
Yeah,
your
just extra.
circulation is
It's
flowing
extra.
right now, okay?
your circulation.
I gotta see that vein
Listen.
down your forehead. I gotta see you stressing out about
Now
this
I don't
shit.
like that. I don't want
Oh,
to
you
see the
see the
veins.
vein right
Yeah, I
here?
don't want that.
No, I like
I love
veins
the
other
veins too.
places.
Yeah,
I
not
like
the
to see veins
forehead.
other
Because if you
places.
got veins in your forehead, you straining too hard, my nigga.
I take a
You
Snicker.
concentrating too hard.
Nah, because at that point I wanna have eye contact with you.
That nigga, that means he's not trying to nut. He's thinking about something else by not trying to nut. So you about to make him zone in on your
And maybe I
eyes
got
and
eye
make him bust
contact. You
that
see a
nut.
big ass vein right
That's
here
what that
popping
is.
out.
That's what that is.
They trying to
I'm just
focus
saying, when
on
they
you.
concentrating, while they about to nut, they about to concentrate, and that vein pops here, it's over.
Mermaid,
don't
you
want
know
I
what
don't
I'm
want you to
talking
have
about?
veins in your forehead. I'm sorry. That's just no. Don't do that. Don't do that. You thinking too hard about it. And it's this ain't chemistry, my nigga. Like it's
Nah,
not
because I wanna see that beat of
No, orgasm
sweat.
is
I don't want
chemistry.
it.
If you want to be technical, it is.
I don't want to see
Make
that.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm good on that. But you
she's
know
like,
what?
no, I don't want it.
Listen, you gonna be great. Mind your business, Keith.
And I don't, and then this is my thing too. I don't like guys that's quiet. Let that
That,
shit
oh
the
my
No,
fuck
God.
out.
Talk me
because
through it,
Let
ladies,
Keith.
that
Talk me
shit
through
ladies,
it.
out. Talk your shit,
ladies.
Yo,
You know
mommy.
what else?
Like let
You
crazy.
that
know
shit
what else?
out.
Talk me through it.
Talk
Yes,
me through
Woo!
it.
yes.
Yes.
This
When
is
Listen,
you
because
know, when
men
you
be
know the
like,
pressure, when you the
listen.
fact that guys know that okay, when a guy is in tune with your body and he know that your body is building pressure because at the end of the day, they can feel that shit. You know my body is building pressure and sometimes you know my body do little squirms. If you do not get low and drop that voice an octave and get in my
Girl,
ear
Yes.
and tell me how good I am and tell
Mm-hmm.
girl. Listen, I had somebody tell me,
Automatically,
okay?
automatically
listen,
rainfall.
on.
I had somebody tell me,
Automatically. And then I don't want to hear shit afterwards like, oh my God, nigga, you knew what the fuck you signed up
And then
for.
they grab
Let's
you
get
from
this shit.
like grab your neck while they're saying that.
that girl, listen, I had somebody tell me,
sorcery. I'm
you
telling
not
y'all
as
that
hard as you
sorcery.
think you are. I know your entire body. I said, ooh, all
Ooh,
right,
talk dirty.
okay.
Nah,
All
but
right. All right. If you say
I am
so.
first and foremost, I am not a devil. I am
when
not a devil. I'm just like devil tendencies.
And him,
Let me
of
tell
all
you.
people, need to not say nothing. Like
Right.
nothing.
Let me
Nothing.
tell you. Men are some type of sorcery when it comes down to that talking. Like that was the main gripe I had with my son's father. I would have to tell him like, just talk to me, please. And he, oh, I'm not doing that, nigga. What? Like, what is wrong with you? That
Mm-mm.
octave
You don't
in your
understand what
ear.
type of other demon that you about to let loose when you start
Yeah,
talking.
you don't know what
What?
you
Another
about to let
realm
go,
open
man.
Listen,
up, another gate
listen.
open up. And then
The floodgates
And
open.
see, this is why. This is why you gotta be careful who you lay with. Cause the wrong nigga that throw that thing the right way and can talk you through it will have you in a situation that you
Bitch,
don't
like
want to
what?
be in. But you
I
keep
called you
going back
3 times
because he
today.
do what he needs to do. Listen,
Man, let
you
me tell you,
better be
I
careful.
did not,
You
I
gotta
man,
did
be
not like.
careful.
it's gonna be 12 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm gonna be outside with a flashlight, nigga. Don't fucking play with me.
Looking
Where
for
you
you in
Man,
the
at?
daytime with
listen,
a flashlight type time.
listen.
Listen,
Let
You
me tell
remember
you.
how church used to be?
Let me tell you. I did not know
listen.
I like being called like sluts and whores and bitches until you say it in a
The
certain
right one
octave.
said it.
Yeah,
It's
till the
the
right
right
one
one
said
said
it.
it the right
I
way.
did not know I
now,
liked it until
Yeah,
the
I
right
ain't with
one
that
did it.
bullshit.
Mm,
Nah,
when
that
he
shit
was
different.
into it and he
That shit
grabbed his
different.
that's
hand,
way different. And it hits
That
Yeah,
shit
different
nah.
when you
different.
actually fuck with that person. Like if you really fuck with that person, y'all locked in.
Yeah. I did not
Ooh.
know how much I liked it until it happened because he
And
warned
see
me
this,
beforehand. He told me beforehand. He was just like, "Let me just talk to you this way." This was before we had sex. So he's like, "Let me just talk to you this way. I promise you, I don't mean nothing by it." I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm thinking he about to say the regular shit, girl. We into it, and next thing I know, this nigga in my ear, he was like, "Oh my gosh, you dirty little, like you little bitch." I'm like, "What?" Like I didn't. First it went
see
off. He's
now
like, "Who
me,
the
who
fuck
the
are you
fuck are you
talking
talking
to?"
to like that?
See, that happened to me before, and I stopped. I stopped. I said,
Fuck
"Wait,
you
what?"
talking to?
But then after a few more strokes, the nigga is like, "Okay, I can get into this." Like I didn't
And
know
now
Yeah,
that.
you
I don't know
fucking
about that
loving
one.
every minute of it. Nah, listen, let
Yeah,
me tell
I
you
didn't know.
something right now.
That was the
When
first
I
time
hear
it ever
when I hear the
happened.
word when I hear the word you gonna be a good girl, I'm like,
Yeah, that's
that's
Oh
I
what
my
I
like
was
that.
saying
god!
I'm
before.
okay with
That's
that.
what I was
I'm like,
saying
please
Oh
don't
before.
my
talk to me like
god!
When
that.
he
Please
told
don't
me
talk
that
to me like that. Please don't.
Because I'm gonna say yes, yes,
I'm like,
Every
yes, and then
time.
so you
Every
every
and
time.
then
time.
Every
Yes.
time.
but see
Every
this is the
time.
thing. I would do something purposely to like fuck up the thing. He said, oh, you want to be a bad girl? Like, ha ha. Show me what type of good girl you want. I just
No, that good girl shit is a different type of animal. That's a different demon they letting out when they say that. I'm
right.
telling you.
And then they whisper
I'm
it
telling you.
too.
The
Yeah,
two
they
key words,
whisper it.
good girl,
I'm telling you, they
Listen.
some sorcerers. Men are
Rainfall.
sorcerers, man.
sorcery.
Yeah.
I'm tearing up
Let me
thinking
tell
about
you something.
it.
I'm having a listen. I start having a
You
flashback.
having a flashback.
Um,
I
Yeah.
already
listen.
had my flashback. They gonna make a motion picture movie.
I can't stand you. Oh,
Where
they're
my
gonna be
fan
talking.
at? Y'all
They're
get
gonna
on
be
my
talking
fucking
big trash
nerves.
in the back chat after this one. They're gonna be talking.
Like, oh, y'all can't do this no more. Y'all are banned.
Listen, it is what it is. We all grown. But this is what I always say all the time.
Um,
You never know what you like until you try it. And me, I'm big on trying it twice. I will try most things twice. If I don't like it the first time, it may be the situation or the person or the moment.
So
But if
you
I
eating ass?
the
So
second time,
are you gonna try to eat ass?
oh hell no. That's not that's why I said most things. That's
I'm
just
about
not
to,
for me.
Rose, you
that's
eating
the
ass?
exit though.
I'm about to say I saw Rose's face. Rose, you eating ass?
Hell no, baby.
Uh,
That's the exit.
uh, there you go.
Y'all eating ass out here?
Hell no. My shit is an exit only.
All right, listen.
And I say it in Spanish. Es una salida. Mira, papi, eso para salir.
English, damn it, English.
Say that
But
shit again. Don't get mad because you
look.
don't fucking understand it.
Look, we got to get
I
ready to
do things
close out.
worse than that, so
We got to get ready to close out. So, getting ready to close out, I have one question I want everybody to answer. And that question is, what advice would you give to your younger self or another young lady? Who wants to go first?
Don't
Okay.
mess your credit up. Don't mess your credit up. Credit. Credit is important. Please. Credit is very important.
I 100% agree.
I
Even
didn't
if you
know
got
learn
the
about
cash.
credit until I was 30, okay? No. Credit. Credit.
Even if you got the cash, your credit is still important.
Right. You know, the other things, life lessons, we got to experience some shit. I don't want to experience a bad credit thing, okay? So, credit. Credit.
Keep it intact.
Yeah.
What about you, Rose?
I agree with that, but also to add to that, learn about investing earlier.
Yeah.
Like because if you know about credit and getting all your credit scores like on point, plus investing earlier, then that's just come on. Yeah,
You're absolutely right. I'm
that's it.
almost scared to ask.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun,
what
What
I
dun,
would
might your
tell
dun.
advice be, Precious?
is not what you think it is. When you look up and you see something or somebody, it's not always what you think it is. What they say, what glitter is not gold. Don't think what the next person have is so easy to achieve that you want to sidestep and skip a couple of steps and then you don't get the outcome that you want, you give up. So it's like hard work does pay off. So just be mindful of the actions that you do. Everything is not easy to obtain. Don't try to rush it. And well, honestly, nah, fuck that. Take that away. What I'm gonna really say is, it's okay to be a kid. It's okay to be a teenager. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to take advice from older people and learn from it. Me growing up and doing all of this, I never just sat down and seemed like a lot of the older head that was giving me advice, and I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm 34, and I'm like, damn, I did it. Like it's okay to live in a moment. It's okay. Some of us can't live in the moment because you gotta think about tomorrow, but you just sometimes you need to stop and sit down and be like, damn, I did it. Damn, it's okay. So just like don't grow up too fast. Because I'm telling you, the world is not changing. It's the same fucking game, just different players. Just live for now and
Absolutely.
stop trying to think next week is gonna come because honestly speaking, tomorrow is not promised to nobody. So live in the fucking moment as best as you could.
Mm,
So to piggyback off of that, I want to say the same thing. Life is very, very short, and treat people as if this is the last time you will ever see them, because you never know when it will be the last time you see them. The one thing you don't want to do is end a conversation with words that you can never take back or never apologize for. So What Alicia Keys say? Um, every time you hold me, every time you kiss me, act like it's the last time. Act like you're never gonna see me again. So make sure that your loved ones know you love them. Make sure that you are treating them as if you love them, and live your life to the fullest because this life is short. Only get one of them. So live it to
And
the
give them
fullest.
men they damn flowers. The ones that deserve them. Give
Yes,
them their motherfucking
yes, give
flowers.
them their
Oh, you know what?
flowers.
We
Give
can
them men their
absolutely
flowers.
cannot. We absolutely cannot end without shouting out um chaotic. I say it all the time. At this point, you my girlfriend, but you my brother too, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. I absolutely appreciate the person that you are. Who else? I absolutely appreciate AK for the person that he is. I just love y'all to pieces. I absolutely do.
And shouts out to all of the men in the back chat for loving us and having our backs. We love y'all very, very much.
Absolutely. Listen, the men in the back chat will pull up. Okay. They will pull
Real
up. When I got
quick.
into this situation
Real
a couple
quick.
weeks ago, I got phone calls like, yo, where you at? I'm on the way.
And
So
somebody said you do not text that unless you want somebody to pull up right then and there.
I think it was Shaka that said that.
No, that was Becca.
Who? Okay. Can you
Becca's
stop
oh,
calling him that?
I will not stop calling him that.
Oh
That is
my
my nickname for
God.
him for the rest of our lives. He ain't got no choice.
Who is that?
Oh
We
God, we
not
not
playing
playing
about
about
y'all.
y'all.
I don't know who you are, but you
I
know
don't
what?
know who you are, but I love
We
you. Thank you.
appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Clyde in the chat. Is that AK?
No, um, that's not AK. I don't know who Clyde is, but you know what, Clyde? Kisses and hugs to you.
You know what, Clyde?
That's his
God.
name.
Not
That's
even
his
just men in the
name.
back
Oh,
chat
it's
though. Just men
Isaac.
in general. Just men in
It's
Is
general.
it?
Isaac.
Like you
Okay.
deserve it. We
It's
giving your
Isaac.
mad
So
flowers.
yeah, okay.
I have no idea.
Oh.
We
That's
ain't know who
AK.
you was. Why is it Clyde on the
Oh,
show?
all right.
Great
You know
fuck.
what? You know what? We gonna close out. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. This has been the first episode of Nothing Left to Do But When presents Ladies Night. I love y'all, and you know we're gonna continue our conversation in the Ladies Night group chat. Love y'all.
Later. Bye.